I've set up sacred space. So anyone who is registered has been included into sacred space. Anyone who's going to watch this in the future will be included in it as well. We are surrounded by the love of God and beautiful angels when we do this work. So that's the first thing I want you to know, that you are protected, you are safe, and everything that happens to you is guided by your higher self. So we're not going to override that, because your higher self, your soul, knows you the best. So how this is going to work, there's going to be a little bit of a talk first about everything that's going on the planet. And if you have had some strange things happen to you, it could be months ago, but you may have had some strange things happen in the last few days. This energy we're moving into, I particularly are very sensitive to the energy, and I've been feeling my heart palpitations, anxious, and I don't get these things. So I'm just like, okay, what is going on here? So if I'm getting them, I can only imagine what a lot of other people are going through. Now, I have had a few people call me out, clients and some strangers, saying, I can't explain it, but my spouse has totally lost it, and they're saying things that don't even sound like them, and they're scaring me and my children. There's other people that are saying, I feel like I don't know what's going on, I'm losing my mind. These are everyday people who we would consider mentally stable. You know, they're working, they're just your average neighbor. You know, the people who say hello. A lot of people are struggling internally, but they're too scared to let people know because they don't know what's going on inside. So there's an awakening process coming in. There are some people who are new to the awakening, and those of us who have been doing this work for a very long time are also feeling a little more shaken than usual. So although today we're going to use this, this portal energy, what it is actually is this Kazimi is when a planet goes and becomes in front of the sun, it becomes one. And this one in particular, it hasn't happened in 80 years. But there are a lot of astrological things happening on the planet. There are a lot of, well, not on the planet, for the planet's healing. There's a lot of solar flares. There's a lot of other energies coming from different solar systems, from different planets. We have tremendous help here on this planet for the awakening that we're going through. And each of us is going to be affected differently because we're all unique beings. Some of us have woken a long time ago, some of us just recently, some of us a few years ago. It doesn't matter what stage you're at. It is an uncomfortable process because as we're healing, we're letting out that dense energy in our being and bringing in more light. So we're evolving. We're becoming more enlightened, more aware. So you might start seeing people act a little bit strange. For instance, someone who's never left the town to say, this is where I want to live forever, suddenly tell you that they're moving overseas. And you're like, wait a second, that person said they would never leave town. Now they're moving out of, across the world. Or relationships that you thought looked very stable, all of a sudden you hear people are breaking up. And you're like, what the heck's going on here? Sometimes when we're going through this shifting and these uncomfortable feelings, people get these, it's like, oh, I gotta leave my spouse, or I gotta quit my job. I have bigger things to do. And they just jump into something without grounding and taking that deep breath. There's this urgency that people feel like, I need to do this now. Before you make any big decisions, really sit with yourself quietly, because there's a part of us that wants to move through the change very quickly. But healing is a gradual thing. So you want to, when you get that impulse to do something life-changing, if it feels really good and things are aligning, like you're going to move in it, then do it. But if it comes to like quitting a job, breaking up with your relationship, or something big, or going off your meds, like that's it, I'm going cold turkey off my meds, I'm not going to tell my doctor, something like you're just like, I want to do this, make sure you bring grounding and be reasonable. It doesn't have to be done today, But what we're noticing now is the time of revelation. So things are starting to really come to the surface, which means there's relationships that are starting to come to the surface that, like, hey, you know what? Here I am with this person, and I've been with this person forever because it was comfortable. But now I'm noticing maybe they're not the right person for me. Maybe our relationship isn't going to work. When you get that insight, perhaps during a meditation today, do not just say, that's it, I'm done. Go through that process of healing. Why are you feeling this way? What is it? Because sometimes that inner voice might make it seem like it's the other person's issue, but really it's your own healing that needs to happen. In some cases, yes, you do have to leave that spouse. But what I'm saying is just don't go overnight to say, I'm leaving you, we're done. Mind you, sometimes it happens that way. But sometimes, usually, there's this thought that maybe I don't belong with this person for quite a few years, and then one day you just blurt it out. But let's say you've been in a relationship that seemed very happy, but all of a sudden you realize like it's not. And then the next day you tell your spouse, we're done. Do your best not to make abrupt changes. Look within. Why are these coming up? But it is a beautiful time for a review of, am I liking my workplace? Am I treating my children with respect? Do we have a good relationship? Am I being respected by my family, my friends? Is there something that's coming up in my life that needs to heal? So a lot of things are coming to the surface. I'm hearing about people noticing politics at work more than ever before, or getting frustrated with people gossiping that never bothered them before, but now they're being bothered by it. There's people being woken up. So we're tired, we need to sleep, but then our bodies have all this extra energy coming through. So it's like our energetic field can't settle down, but we do need to sleep. So we get this like, I'm so tired, but I can't sleep. I personally get that feeling with the full moon. It's the energy just keeps me awake all night, although I'm so tired. There's this processing going on. And then you just have to kind of be with the process. I know it can be frustrating because we're tired, we want to sleep, but then it's not working out that way. So be patient with yourself during this process of awakening, of transition, as we're moving into the new world slowly but surely. If we looked at what's happening on the planet right now, if we really brought it down to a simplistic point of view here, something very easy to understand, it's almost like there's two trains. I don't know if that looked like a glitch there. Two trains. One moving to the new earth, where we have love and compassion and joy and all that good stuff that we know, like we really resonate with. But then there's the other path where there's a lot of people that don't want that. They want to stay in duality and the fighting and the gossiping and the arguing and separation. And that's okay, because if that's what they choose, they have that right to go down a different path. There is really no right and wrong. Every soul has its choice to choose. So we're not going to judge someone else for choosing something else than what we want. But what we can do, and this is really important, is as we're working on ourselves, as we're holding more light, as we're seeing things for what they are and learning about things, is we can lead by example. That's really the best way to show people, hey, you want this life where I feel inner peace, my body's healthy, I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm thriving? Do the work. And what does that mean? It means really look into that shadow side within and saying, what makes me tick? What are my fears? What are my negative beliefs? What is the programming? What is the filters that is running my life? And we heal layer by layer. Tonight, your higher self is going to release whatever you're ready to release in a very safe, profound, and powerful event. But for some people, they may release so many different things and have this miracle shift, this quantum leap, like, whoa. For others, it's going to be more lightness. I feel more at peace. And they're going to say, well, why didn't I have that quantum shift? Well, can you imagine that Your higher self and soul knows exactly where you are. It loves you so much. If it were to give you too much of a shift, too much of a change, what could that do to you? Well, let me tell you, I've seen it. If people go and they insist on doing something and going against their higher self, going against their guidance, they can actually become very mentally unstable. You can become, you're moving too fast spiritually and your body can't keep up, your mind can't keep up. You can lose your footing. So you want to do these changes in a very safe environment, safe by listening to your higher self, allowing your higher self to guide you. There's really nothing you need to do except talk to your higher self and say, I trust you unconditionally. I know you love me unconditionally. And although I want to be there, maybe I'm not ready to be there. Maybe I need to learn some lessons. Or maybe I want this event or this challenge in my life to just disappear. But your higher self knows, your soul knows that you came to learn the theme. So no matter how much healings you get and how many layers you go through, if you came to learn specific themes, you're not going to escape the uncomfortable interactions, experiences that you came to live. Trust me, I've been there. I've had to go through some pretty crappy things. I'm like, I don't want to go through this. I've done so much work on myself. I've helped so many people. Why do I have to go through this? That was the victim me going, I don't want to go. But what I keep getting is, you need to go through it. Because if we zipped you through it, you'd be upset. You came here to go through those experiences to learn and then release it and move forward. So I survived, and sometimes I thought, oh, I'd rather be off this planet than go through this. But now that I've gone through those really crappy feelings, those crappy situations, I'm so blessed to be on planet Earth. I love being here, and I'm so excited to guide people and say, hey guys, I'm your root here. Just you go through it. It's going to be great on the other side. So the ascension process, that opening up, that awakening, that working on yourself is this roller coaster ride. And everyone's like, Brenda, I don't want to do the roller coaster ride. I don't know what your roller coaster ride is going to look like. You know, we're all very unique. Some people's aren't as crazy as mine were. You know, it might just be more gentle. And so just embrace whatever you're going through and know that you're not alone. Because a lot of people feel alone during these times. And you're not alone. You're always surrounded by your higher self, your soul. It's that your I can't even explain how much help you have on the other side. They're rooting for you. It's just we don't ask enough. So you're never alone. You're always supported. And you cannot get more support than you have already. It is tremendous amounts of support. Where we can learn and grow is how to ask for it, how to let it in, and how to let it to work with us so we can really use the guidance to make that next step, take that next step, because what we're really doing is getting into better versions of ourselves and better versions of ourselves. But you can't get to this version of yourself without moving through those stepping stones of the different versions. So honor where you are, love where you are, and be excited about the journey. And we don't have to have any rush. As long as you're moving in the trajectory of the new earth, you're going to be pulled around. This is bring me to another point. There's a lot of things out there on the, if you're a YouTube follower and you're saying the shift is coming, jump on or you're going to miss it, or this is happening. There's a lot of fear going on out there. And a lot of the fear is, are people saying that to get ratings? Are they saying it because they're coming from a place of dysfunction or misalignment? If someone's really speaking spirituality, if they're really aligned, they're never going to pose like urgency or fear. They're going to promote where you are is perfect, but do the work. Don't just sit there stagnant or scared of the next step. Because for us to move forward, we really need to look at that shadow side of us. But when you start looking at that shadow side, it's not actually that scary. I mean, yeah, there's some things we might be embarrassed about, a little afraid about, but when you bring the fears to the forefront, or those negative beliefs to the forefront, or even those traumas, that to the forefront, and bring light, we are in such a powerful energy where beings of light are helping us and supporting us. It doesn't have to be a big and scary thing anymore. Healing nowadays is happening faster and more gentler than ever before. If you were back doing this 20 years ago, yeah, it was heavy. 15 years ago, yes, it was heavy. 10 years ago, yes, it was heavy. But since 2020, although all that crazy stuff started happening, and that's when the world started to go, but that's where we start to have real big healings, because the light on the planet started to shine. And as it started to shine, it started to bring out the darkness. And it was up for every human to look at the darkness that we're seeing and say, I don't want this anymore. Now there's some that are going to say, oh yeah, I love this. Great, another crazy thing happening in the world. That's okay. Their soul may want to experience this longer, and they are going to go one way, but you don't have to. So you want to work on yourself to go in the direction that you wish to. And then another thing that comes in is someone goes, well, I don't want to grow anymore because my child doesn't not doing the work, my spouse isn't doing the work, my friends aren't doing it. I don't want to leave them behind. So I'm just going to forget it, and I'm just going to sit back and hang out with them. But your soul's going to keep calling you forward, and you're missing something. There's some of us that just have that pull to keep doing the work. Why? Because you're a light worker, you're an old soul, and you came here for a mission. So tap into your magnificence. And how do you tap into your mission? You do the work, you release the dark energy, the dense energy, the negative beliefs, the interference, layer by layer. The light comes in, you're increasing your vibration, your light quotient, your frequency, and your soul mission's up here. So you're starting to align to it, and it's just natural. And then what happens is you, through a lot of healing, yes, but it doesn't have to be hard healing, just, all processing and things you need to go through. You then become a beacon of light for your family and your friends, the ones that you want to stay down with them. You don't have to stay down with them. Do the work, feel better, shine your light, hold the light to show them, hey guys, that wasn't so hard after all. Come on, let's do it. And then you be their cheerleader, right? So then you have popcorn effects opening up everywhere. So it's really quite a beautiful process we're going through. We want to focus on the good, but when challenges comes our way and we kind of dip into that 3D darker energy, go through it. Don't stay down there forever, but let the lessons come to you. Do your best to pass the test. And as you start to grow, you're going to see things get easier. But then you're going to be tested, and there's this echo effect that brings the same old energy back, the same old pattern. You're like, wait a second. I must have been doing something wrong, because why am I going through the same experience? You're not doing anything wrong. You're just being tested to see, has she changed? So if I act like, oh, I must be doing something wrong, I'm in this again, well, then I didn't really change. But if I look at it saying, wow, look how cool this is. This horrible situation came up again, but I looked at it with more positivity. I stayed balanced. I didn't freak out. I didn't yell at the person. How many times do I get emails from people saying, Brenna, I got to tell you something. This happened and I didn't yell. I stayed it was like I was a different person. I said, it is because you are a different person. That's how we learn and grow. We change to a new reality, our new versions of ourselves. I know it's a lot for some of you, so we're not going to get into too much of this because there's a lot of information in this head here. And I keep it as light as possible. If you really want to understand what's happening on planet Earth, if you really want to understand a different perception of how it's happening, what's happening, and where we're headed, I am going to be doing a very open talk in June sometime, so look for that. It is really neat because the information I know is I just know my information. And I've seen what we're going through over 35 years ago. I couldn't say it was going to be COVID, but I could see a lot of the things that are happening right now way back a long time ago. And I knew to be excited about it because it meant humanity was evolving, tapping into the magnificence. It's nothing to be scared about, it's something to celebrate. So we are in a really cool time on planet Earth. I'm so glad you guys are joining today. This is going to go on to YouTube tomorrow. Tomorrow is the, like, I guess the massive energies, but it's already building up today. I've had head pressure. My daughter said she had, like, she's only 10. Mom, I had anxiety today. For no reason. I was happy, but my heart was doing, I'm like, I was feeling the same way. And a lot of people were saying their heart's feeling like there's something going on. Head pressure and old memories coming up. Like, I haven't thought of that person forever. They weren't so nice to me. Like, just let that go. People are arguing in their house. Spouses are kind of losing it. This energy that's happening on planet Earth can be a blessing to those of us who are open. It's helping our light codes open up. We're evolving. There's a lot of things happening. So we're almost taking this creative energy and using it for powerful, positive things. But if you can imagine this energy that's coming at somebody who's in separation, who's angry, who's frustrated, who's not open, and this energy is coming at them, really trying to crack them open, they're going to take that energy and fight it. And they don't like the feeling, right? So then that's going to have the opposite effect. It's going to make them more angry, more frustrated. It actually can be used kind of more in a destructive way instead of a positive, beneficial way. It's the same energy. It's just, are you attuned to it? Are you open to it? Have you said, hey, I say yes to the ascension process. I'm on my way. I don't quite understand it, but I know I'm a divine being of God. I know I'm a magnificent being of God. And I'm coming back home. It doesn't mean we're going to like die and go to heaven. We're bringing heaven on earth so we get to stay in physical form. We have to lighten up a little bit. And we get to let go of the duality. The fighting, the competition, the gossip, that icky stuff that we don't like. And we're going to move into an earth that is much more compassionate, kindness, collaborative, all that good stuff. So if you're in, and I'm assuming you are because you would not be watching me, you couldn't stand me for probably 2 minutes and you would just shut this off. But if you're feeling the love for yourself, you're going to get a really nice healing today. I want you to know there's nothing you need to do. So some people are going to sit down. Some people are going to lay down. Some people are going to want to stand up because there's so much energy running through their body. There is no right or wrong. Some people are going to hear my voice and listen to the music. And some people are going to say, I don't want to hear the music. And they're going to turn it off. It doesn't matter. It's the energy that we're tapping into. You don't have to listen to my music. You don't have to listen to my voice. You don't have to stay awake. Many people will say, Brenda, once you started, I passed out and I woke up afterwards. What I am going to do after the meditation, I'm going to bring you guys back and I'm going to ask that you come back fully into your body. Generally, people wake up from the meditative state after the energies kind of brought them back to, it's come to an end, let's say. So I am going to bring you back because we can get really out there, which is beautiful because for those of you who are new to this, and they might be like, whoa, that was a little intense. Our physical bodies are going to still be here. We're still in our physical bodies, but there's a part of us, our etheric body, which will actually lift up. Not everyone will feel it, but most likely you might feel something like, well, why am I lifting? That's because these beings of light that love you so much, with the permission of your soul, kind of go up there and they start working on you in ways that we can't imagine. But what are they healing? They're letting go, and here's the big list, all right? They're letting go belief patterns that no longer serve you, traumas, whether you remember them or not. If you've ever experienced anything by seeing it, hearing it, or actually being involved in it, it stays in your field. So a lot of those need to heal. Ancestral wounds. So a lot of people will say, I got this like really frustration that always comes over me, but it's not mine. Well, you know what? Sometimes it is an ancestor's frustration or their anger. Maybe something happened to them. They're angry over it. And it runs through our ancestral line. So there's family constellation issues. So a lot of people have these family patterns. And they're like, oh man, if I look at my family pattern, look at all the women have done this. All the men act like this. What's going on there? So we go into those to release them as much as possible. Again, we can only do so much in one healing, one session. There are past lives and future lives. Now, I'm not going to go and say that's not exactly what's happening because everything's happening now, but let's just call it past lives and future lives that we're connected to. So we might have old feelings of something that may have happened. So those can come up for healing. So there's a lot of different things that heal. There's interferences of different types. We don't have to get into them. But just imagine as this is going through, as this is happening, as the energy is already starting to flow, you are surrounded you're in your own octahedron of love. So you're in a beautiful protection bubble, if you want to say it. Then we're all in sacred space. There's beautiful beings everywhere, but there are going to be some beings of light that are dedicated just to you, working with your higher self. So although this is a group healing, you are getting your own healing. All right. Some of us are very sensitive, so we might feel the energy of everyone else, but it is not going to actually affect you. All right. You might know someone else is releasing something. Most people aren't that sensitive, but if you are, just breathe through it because your healing is your healing. The negative energy, the old stuff that's leaving, imagine, is leaving the earth plane. How? We don't have to understand it. These beings of light take care of everything. When the healing starts, you might feel some anxiety. The anxiety is a normal feeling, and why that anxiety is there. Imagine there is a trauma or negative energy or dense energy in your field. It kind of has a consciousness. So it doesn't want to leave me. I like picking on Brenda. Now it knows it's going to be pulled away gently, and it kind of like it's trying to hang on. Well, it causes a bit of anxiety in us saying, oh, it doesn't want to leave me. So it's slowly going to come out. So breathe through the anxiety. Eventually, in the first few minutes, you start to feel this beautiful peace come over you. What else do I want to say? There's a lot of you out there that have been on these calls, so you can throw things on the chat. Well, I experienced this, and there's a lot of different things people do experience. Tears. A lot of people will just start crying, and they're like, why am I crying? I don't even know why I'm crying. Sometimes we cry to break negative beliefs. Sometimes we're releasing traumas. We don't even have to understand where the trauma came from, what it is. Just let the energy go. Acknowledge it and say, I'm ready to let it go. Actually, today, for no reason, I was outside walking the dog. I started tapping. I don't know if any of you know tapping. I'll put the link down below. But I was tapping, and I wasn't tapping for me. I was tapping for the world. I said, oh my gosh, there's so much anxiety out there today. And automatically I just started tapping for everybody. And I'm just like, whoa, that was pretty intense. So we can tap for ourselves. We can tap for our family members. We can tap and release that dense energy for a much bigger group. Why can you tap for the world? Because you're a magnificent being of God. And that's what we need to learn, how powerful we are. You can heal your body. I don't care what state you're in, you can heal your body. You can heal your emotions. You can heal your relationships. You can heal your mental state. You can heal your spirituality. You can heal. Everything is able to heal. It's with this love frequency. It's the most powerful energy on this planet and the universe. It's not the type of love like I love you, but now I don't like you. It's unconditional love. It's a frequency of love. It's so powerful. And that's what's going to come in today and weave through everyone's essence. You're going to feel tingling sensations. Some people feel colors. Like I said, a lot of people yawn, sigh, and a lot of people just fall asleep. So whatever happens to you is right for you. Be true to yourself, do the work, stay hydrated, and be kind to yourself. Use positivity. Positivity attracts positivity. We're going to start breathing in. We're going to breathe in deeply. And we're going to exhale. And then I'd like you to breathe in again. But this time I want you to hold it. And now exhale. And then I want you to breathe in again. And this time hold it a little longer. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And say, I am. And release. And as you do that, now I just want you to get into a relaxed state of breathing deeply, but at a comfortable pace. You're gently closing your eyes. You're relaxing. We're going to let the outside world fade. You're going to focus on your breath. You're going to focus on my voice. You're going to focus on the music. You finally feel yourself very present in the moment. Peace is coming all around you. Oh, it feels so good to breathe deeply. You're going to allow that tension in any part of your body to just melt away. You can breathe in deeply and bring that beautiful light to your neck, to your legs. You can move around to release that tension. Be aware of your thoughts. Be aware of your body. Feel it relaxing. If you're laying down, you want to make sure you're not crossing your legs. If you're sitting down, do not cross your legs. You can be in the lotus position. We want easy flow of the energy. You might feel a little dizzy. Just breathe in. Relax. You are completely safe, surrounded by the love of God. These beautiful beings of light that love you so much. Your soul is in charge of your healing today. So we know whatever is beneficial, whatever is perfect for you is going to happen. In that beautiful state of relaxation, where everything's feeling heavy and limp. You're so relaxed. You're still conscious. Perhaps you're not. But some of you that are still here and conscious, we're going to visualize roots because we want to ground you to Mother Earth. Mother Earth is supporting us during these times of change. She's so excited to be with us. She loves us so much. If you can imagine these roots extending from your spine or from the soles of your feet if you're sitting down, reaching deep into Mother Earth. And as your roots are moving deep into Mother Earth, you can feel this beautiful energy coming up. Those roots moving into your body, bringing this really nurturing energy from Gaia. She loves you so much. Breathe in her stability. Know that she has you during this healing session. So when you feel your etheric body lift, you are completely safe and grounded to Mother Earth. Continue to exhale and release the tension. Release any fears. Release any resistance. Release any worries. You are safe. You are supported. And you are anchored. Feel that peace. Feel those nurturing support from the heavens and from Mother Earth. And now that beautiful energy from the skies and heavens bringing down this radiant, brilliant light into the crown. You're feeling the warmth. It's a different energy than Mother Earth. It's light, it's warm, it's radiant, it's golden. And as we imagine the sky above us, we imagine that brilliant sun shining overhead. We can almost see that sparkling planet, Uranus, moving in front of the sun. And for some of you, you're really going to be able to see this. It's going to look so beautiful. And for those of you who can't see it, feel the energy. Because as that shimmering planet becomes one with the sun, you're going to feel the sun's divine illumination and the frequency of freedom, of breakthroughs, of innovation, change, and healings of planet Uranus. This is one of many events that is helping, supporting humanity shift into the new earth. Healing our wounds, breaking free of our patterns, embracing who we truly are. This powerful moment of the Uranus Kazimi, the loving support of the universe, when the divine energy brings divine opportunities for healing. We are opening up our hearts to receive this frequency. We are being showered by this frequency today. And the beautiful thing about this quantum healing is we can tap into this frequency anytime we need it to bring us in alignment to who we are, to give us the courage for change, to follow that inner call for us to remember why we came, who we are, what we are, how we came to serve. Based in that energy. And if any emotions are coming up right now, just allow them to come up. The healing is so profound. You might feel that warmth in your heart pulsating. You might feel that energy weaving through your entire system. Beautiful healings happening right now. You're going to continue to feel that high vibrational energy pour through your crown chakra. It's gently moving through your entire body. You can imagine it's balancing your chakras and unknotting your meridian systems, and clearing your auric field and your biofield of any interference. Some of you might imagine floating in the stars, while others might be at the beach, allowing this beautiful energy to encapsulate them. Whatever you're feeling right now is perfect for you. Moving if you need to, allowing that energy to freely flow through your body, through your essence, through your auric field. The old and no longer needed is releasing, and the new is coming through. This powerful Kazimi energy, it carries light codes, codes of clarity, of insight, and quantum transformation. It's dissolving old limitations, outdated beliefs, eliminating the fear of moving forward that keeps us stagnant. Your cells are lightening up with possibilities. You're getting excited with passions and inspirations. Your nervous system is calming down, calming down, calming down. And it's recalibrating to new patterns of freedom and alignment. Breathing in freedom. I am free, I am free, I am free. Letting go of the old patterns. Bringing in new possibilities. You might receive insights tonight, flashes of inspirations, a deep knowing of the path to take. Trust these messages. They are there for you. Don't second guess them. Explore them. Ask for more information. We get information in our dreams, through people we meet, songs we hear. The universal energies speak to us in many different ways. We just need to listen. Sit quietly here as this healing continues and listen to the messages. You deserve peace. You deserve health. You deserve balanced relationships. All those things of your birthright. Abundance and health and wealth and happiness and joy and laughter. They're yours. Allow them. As this beautiful, powerful Kazimi energy comes through, we're going to harness that energy, and we're going to do our very best to be the best version of ourselves. We're allowing the healing. We're feeling this beautiful master light weave through ourselves, releasing the old and bringing in light, healing light, physical healing, emotional healing, mental healing, reconnecting us to who we truly are. You can imagine this connection to your higher self becoming stronger, more connected, feeling more love than you've ever felt for yourself, more support. How could that be? I feel more supported than I did before. I know I'm loved. I know I'm supported, but I'm going to allow the support. I'm going to ask for support because I deserve it. And at this time, whether you're conscious or not, we are sending out this beautiful Kazimi energy to our friends and our families. It feels too good not to share. I'm going to imagine this energy being directed to each and every one of them, to our pets, our homes. Wouldn't it be nice if that energy could help someone see how magnificent they are, how much they're loved, how much they're needed? May they start to tap into their magnificence. May their hearts start to open. We're going to start to speak to our soul now. We can either speak out loud or silently. I welcome divine disruption in service to my highest truth. Whatever needs to be removed from my life, anything that is in my way, may it be brought to my attention, and may I have the courage to deal with these challenges and experiences in the best alignment possible. I'm ready for quantum alignment. I receive the clarity I need to move forward in full power. And I trust the unfolding path and step boldly into the new. That call in my heart is strong. And I feel more powerful, connected ever before than ever before. I'm going to move forward in this power. I feel this excitement. It's weaving deep within me. And I know now that I can move forward in confidence. I am supported as it is for my highest good. I'm asking any fears and worries to melt away, to clear my path as I step into my power. Patterns are breaking, old beliefs are melting away. Negative beliefs are dissolving. Ancestral wounds are healing. Constellation issues are dissolving. Interference is melting away. And a reconnection to my higher self is getting stronger. My discernment is increasing. You might be feeling a tingling sensation, warmth in your heart that you've never felt before, excitement swirling all around you. You are loved beyond measure, dear one. You are so powerful. It's time to let go of the fear, the hatred, the shame, the embarrassment, the anger, the frustration, and replace it with the love of God. Breaking the old habits, the old patterns, and making the effort to move forward in positivity and in confidence of knowing who you truly are. Now see this Uranus Kazimi energy expanding all around you and beyond you. It feels warm and powerful. It's connecting to every heart in our healing group tonight. There is a connection, a strengthening of the human consciousness, bringing in collaboration and kindness and compassion. It's strengthening the collective grid. It's promoting awakening, innovation, and transformation. It's awakening compassion, love, and joy. Feel that peace within. Feel that power within, dear ones. This powerful, excitable energy of Uranus is being used for positive transformation. You're going to harness this energy in the most positive, highest, best for you. And now, with love in our hearts, with that connection to who we are, we're going to send this frequency to all of humanity. We're going to make it available to all those ready to awaken to their divine blueprint, bringing peace and calmness and knowing that they deserve it, melting away the worries of the world, the anxieties, the hatred. And imagine this beautiful light illuminating the hearts of all those around the world. The ones that are ready are awakening. And they are supported by the love of God. They're not alone. May they find the support they need. May they tap into their magnificence. May they know they are never alone. And may they feel their magnificence. You can see, imagine, and know that this energy is rippling across the planet like waves of crystalline light, with tremendous healing to our planet. Love and light and healing to all the animals and plants and landscapes, to the marine life, to the birds and the trees. Every air molecule purifying, our oceans and lakes and rivers and streams healing, a new respect for Mother Earth and how much she cares for us pours into our hearts. I am that I am. I am that I am. anchoring in this beautiful, powerful energy today. You can visualize, imagine, or just know what this new earth will look like. Compassion and collaboration and kindness, joy and laughter are prominent. It is through the hearts of you powerful souls that are going to pull in this energy. And as this energy continues to work on you, I want you to take those impulses and put them into action. Those small actions lead to big changes. And today, dear one, you reclaim your power. For those of you who know exactly what you want to do next, and for those who might still not be sure, listen, pay attention to the messages that you receive. You are loved beyond measure. You are supported. Allow those miracle healings to happen. You deserve it, and they're happening every day. You're moving into better timelines. You're moving into a world where peace matters, respect matters, collaboration matters. Are you ready to lead the way for others, to be that magnificent being you are? Today is the day you step into that power and start moving in the direction of your dreams. We now can imagine this beautiful energy moving through the universe, through the stars and beyond to the multiverse. We are all connected. Love, joy, happiness is ours as we reconnect to our soul families. And we allow the love of God to continue to support us. We thank this special permission slip today of the Uranus Kazimi, of all these beings of light that have supported us so beautifully. I thank for each of you participating live or by replay. I thank you all for making a change to this beautiful universe, to our beautiful planet, to human consciousness and beyond. Hold that image of world peace. Let's send waves of light to all areas of this planet, shifting it to better timelines. Anything is possible when you set the intentions of love. Allowing deep breaths. I slowly bring the descent back into our bodies. Although we are slowly coming back, we're going to bring this experience with us, this healing with us. We have been made new, more connected, lighter, more aware, more present, more powerful. Allowing deep breaths. You're returning back into your body, aligned, refreshed, and filled with light. The Kazimi energy is weaving through your essence. It's going to continue to work with you, bringing that renewed purpose and that universal joy. Moving your fingers and your toes. Bring yourself back into your body. Anchoring in your breath. Knowing that whatever was needed for you was done. And now that you're back in your body, you may simply just want to go back to bed. But we want to anchor you back because that was pretty intense. If you feel a little flighty, you always can stomp your feet on the ground, drink some water. Remember the importance to take that quiet time to really connect with what you came up, what's going to bubble up. Pay attention to how the universe speaks with you, the messages that you're going to be getting. Knowing that when you have that passion and inspiration, it's really great to follow it, but follow the breadcrumbs. Sometimes they show us the big picture and we think we have to have that. But sometimes they're showing you what's coming and you have to follow the breadcrumbs to get there. The coincidences, the synchronicities. That's how the universe speaks to us. And as we release these layers and bring in more light, we become more powerful in knowing the right decisions, knowing who we are, feeling how powerful we are, manifesting quicker than ever before. And with that manifestation that's happening, whatever's manifesting around you, really look, why is this happening? And as you release more negative beliefs, you start to bring in more positivity. You start tapping into that higher energy and allow your soul to guide you to that next step and next step and next step. And know wherever you are is perfect and evolving. I thank you all for joining me, joining us. These beings of light are so humbled They love to be a part of these healings. They love when we offer ourselves to the love of God so we can remember who we are.